Alright, so you want to improve, but you don't know who you should play. Well, let me give you a framework. We have Flex and we have OTP. Now, if you don't know what those two terms are, an OTP is someone who mainly only plays one hero. So, if you've ever gone on someone's profile and you just see they've got like 500 hours on, X hero and like 10 hours on on the next hero, that's a one trick. Think of your Carti fans, your get Quaitons. Those are OTPs. Think of six. This Hog OTP. Basically, just playing one hero. A flex is kind of like you play multiple heroes. Like you don't play all of the heroes, but you have like 3, 4, maybe 5, even 6 heroes that you can kind of like comfortably play, right? Now, both of these kind of hero playstyle selection things have their pros and cons. OTP, the pros are, well, you become very, very specialized at the hero that you are one-tricking. That's what OTP means, by the way. One-trick pony. You become very specialized at that hero, and it lets you rank up faster and master the fundamentals of the game faster than people who are trying to flex or play or have a funny rainbow profile where they play every single hero. However, in season 16 they introduced the hero ban system, so your hero could get banned and then boom, it's gone. Or your teammate could take it and they don't swap off. And depending on the skill level of the player, like how good they are at the game, this could be really bad because you could just suck at everything else. You could suck at all the other fundamentals, you could suck at all the other heroes, and then you just lose. Then we move on to flexing. The pros are, well, you can play multiple heroes at a pretty good level, not to as high of a level as the OTP, but you can play a decent amount of heroes pretty well, which kind of lets you change up your playstyle or maybe swap heroes if you feel like it. And this also means, obviously, you're not going to be affected by the hero ban system or your teammates taking your hero as much. However, the cons, you're not going to be able to learn and kind of master and practice the fundamentals of the game as efficiently. This is because you're trying to learn the fundamentals and learn multiple heroes at the same time, instead of just learning the fundamentals on that one hero, which is going to slingshot your skill straight up. And if you don't have the right kind of mindset and stuff, you might fall into the trap of counter picking, which is a really bad habit. I think people should try not to do as much. Or you won't make yourself play against those more difficult matchups, right? So let's say we're playing Tracer, right, into Cass. Now you've got two choices. You could either just force yourself to play into that matchup to learn, improve, make mistakes, understand what went wrong, improve, or you could just swap heroes and let me just go Ash and just beat this guy, right? But you don't really want to do that, because then you lose that learning experience of learning the matchup. So that even if the matchup is hard and it's annoying to play, playing it is going to make you a better player than swapping heroes to an easier matchup. Ideally, if you want to improve your fundamentals as fast as possible, I recommend just only playing the 1 or 2 heroes. But I do understand that not everyone just wants to play, the 1, the 2 heroes, because, it can get boring for them. So I recommend, playing anywhere between 4 and 5 heroes, maybe 6 if you play heroes that have a high ban rate. If you've played Overwatch since the start of season 16, you've probably seen a lot of Sombras, a lot of Divas, a lot of Widows. Basically, if you see that your heroes have a high ban rate, maybe you might want to increase your hero pool to 4, 5, 6, something like that. And honestly, like 6 is kind of a stretch, and even 5. But like the sweet number, if you want to play the game not as an OTP, I would just recommend 4 heroes. This is because you'll be able to practice the fundamentals at a higher level without worrying about how to play fucking every hero in the game. Also, I recommend trying to stick to one role when you're trying to improve. So if you like playing tank or DPS or support, try and stick to that role, unless you just want to off-roll on some just like for fun, or you're maybe on a Smurf account. Then you can off-roll, play different heroes, but that's different. We're here trying to improve. We're here trying to rank up. So we've established what OTPs are and what flexing is. We have established the pros and cons of each. So, what's the verdict here? Well, with the release of Season 16, we have bans. So OTPing is going to be just harder because there's basically 4 chances for your hero to get banned, which leaves you, depending on your skill level, kind of unable to play other heroes as well. But instead of turning into someone who plays every single hero in the whole game, and it's just hard stock gold because they play every hero and they don't actually learn anything, just literally stick to the 1 to 4, 1 to 5 if it's that bad heroes, playing the same role, and just focus on those fundamentals. This way, the ban system isn't going to be as annoying for players who just want to play their hero. And it also means we can actually focus more on improving because we're not playing too many heroes. Oh yeah, by the way, if you're interested in learning and improving at Overwatch and you're trying to learn the fundamentals, check the link in the description. I'll see you guys next video. Peace.